This video is for you if you don't think you can draw. I want to show you how easy it is to follow a step-by-step tutorial to be able to draw a skull. Start with 12 squares stacked like this. You're going to draw an arch from number 4, a diagonal line in square number 9. Continue it to square 11. Square 10 will be the chin. Let's put that in now. Don't worry about getting these lines perfect. You're going to change them later. Let's draw the center line of the head. Now some very light circles where the eyes will be. There's one on the intersection of those squares, and the other one is an oval. That's because the head is turned. Let's put in the hole where the nose goes. It's an upside down heart shape. This line starts at square 8 and goes all the way to 10. This will be the line between the top and bottom teeth. Another line for the top of the teeth, and another line for the bottom of the teeth. This is the cheekbone, also called the zygomatic arch. These are just curvy lines. Now we have the basics down very lightly. We can start putting in some of the final lines. Press a little harder with your pencil. Take this drawing slowly, square by square, and try to think about each shape as you draw them. Into the mouth. I'm going to leave the teeth for now and come back to that. They're a little more complicated. And down to the chin. There's going to be a lot of individual variation on these skulls. Head shape, head size, and so on. You can play around with that. When it comes to the eye socket, don't draw a full circle. You're just going to draw this reverse C shape. And for the other eye, same thing. Draw the nose. These little cracks or lines are called sutures. That's where all these small bones have fused together in adulthood. Drawing the mouth now, I always like to start with the front teeth. These are the incisors. As a general rule, the teeth on the top are longer and wider. On each quadrant you have 2 incisors, followed by a canine tooth, some semimolars, and finally molars. Now I'll start drawing some of the secondary contour lines of the skull. Secondary contour lines are lines that do not contribute to the silhouette. Those are primary contour lines. Secondary contour lines are lines that help form the shape on the inside of the object. Under the nose, around the teeth, and around the eyes. I'm going to use a darker pencil later on, so I'm not worrying too much about shading at this point. My primary focus right now is to just make some very light indications on where I will be shading with my darker pencil. And that's because the darker pencil is more of a commitment. It's hard to erase. I'll create my plans now to shade inside the eye sockets and the nose. Now with the darker pencil, I'm going to make these little triangles where the spaces of the teeth are, and color the hole where the nose is and the eyes. Notice that I'm coloring it darker on the right side. That's just because the head is turned. That'll give it a little bit more of a realistic look. Don't forget to color the space above the jawbone, the mandible, and also just behind the molars. And with your dark pencil, you can very lightly start shading. That will create some form. And don't forget to erase your guidelines. As an option, you can throw in a cast shadow if you like, and that will just help situate the skull in space. The cast shadow will be darker toward the skull and fade away gradually. I'm using a blending stick here. You can also blend in the rest of your drawing if you want, but again, this is optional. If you got value from this content, please do follow, like, comment, and share, and consider joining my Patreon at patreon.com/markliamsmith.